What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. So finally got all of the mud off the Jeep from the last few videos, and I don't think I'm going back in the mud anytime soon, but we do have some new upgrades for the Jeep today. Cassie, what do we have?
We have some new 40s.
New tires. So it is time to change out these old tires and refresh them with a set. We have a few different things we're doing in this video. I've yet to do an initial kind of review on these tires, but clearly they're good enough for me to actually want to do them again. So we're replacing them with the exact same Yokohama XMTs. Same size, 40s. I'd love to go bigger, but it's not gonna happen yet. I think once we get these new ones on, we'll do a full review because I have a lot of people asking me about these tires. We also have a new tie rod.
Look how beautiful it is.
It is beautiful. So we're also gonna talk about aluminum tie rods once again. I made a video of the old aluminum tie rod on the JK a long time ago. It's probably 2 years ago. And we're gonna take a look at my current tie rod and why we're changing it up with aluminum. So, I mean, it's kind of, honestly, aluminum is the best way to go. We're also gonna do a really quick update on Cassie's engine. Look at that thing. This is mostly gonna be her channel. I think her next video is gonna come out pretty soon, but this thing is actually looking really
beautiful too.
It is looking extremely beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a quick update on the oil catch can and the Viper throttle body that I discussed last video. We're gonna do a quick update on that and to bring all you guys up to speed on what's going on. So we're gonna start off first with the tires, a really quick talking point on them. I don't think in this video we're gonna mount them. You guys have seen me mount beadlocks before.
We've seen you mount beadlocks.
Yeah, there's, I'm not gonna make another tire mounting video, but let's do a real quick initial review. So these have 27,000 miles on them. It is crazy. People see these and they're like, oh, those are gonna wear extremely quick. They're gonna be extremely loud. They are a little bit loud now that they've worn down, but that's what every mud tire does. So a few differences. I mean, you can see how much tread we've worn down, but for 27,000 miles, that's not bad at all. That is actually crazy. These things have seen a bunch of highway use. You know, when we went off road, it's drove all the way to California and back. Tennessee, Windrock, Roush Creek. We drove all over down to Texas.
A lot of road miles.
There's been a lot of road miles on these and a lot of off-road miles on them. So they've done extremely well. You can't tell that they are probably, I mean, they're pretty much towards the end of their life. These have been phenomenal tires. I'm gonna do a full review talking about them, you know, how they do in the rocks, the sand, the mud, all of the different kind of terrain categories. But would I recommend these tires? Yes. Would I recommend them to somebody that daily drives their Jeep literally every single day? I don't know, it's up to you. They are gonna wear pretty quick. I mean, 27,000 miles, that is a lot of miles for these tires, but there's people that put 27,000 miles on their Jeep in like a year. So it's really gonna depend. If you live somewhere where you do off-roading at like East Coast, kind of wet, slimy, muddy, rocky situations, these things just dominate. So that's why we stuck with these. They're great tires out here in Texas. There's a lot of mud and there is some there's some rocks whenever we go up north to go off-roading, which is coming soon. I know you guys want to see some off-roading on the channel. So we're gonna mount these a little bit later. They've been great tires. I'm excited to have a fresh set of 40s on there. Now, for the tie rod, dun dun dun, we're gonna be changing out my my current tie rod. Did this a while back when we did the 1-ton swap. I used DOM tubing, stuffed some aluminum inside of it, and welded it up. It's been a great tie rod. It definitely worked for the time, but it's actually bent a little bit, and we'll see that when we pull it off. So, Barnes 4-wheel drive made a new aluminum tie rod made for this setup with their high steer arms on the 1-ton swap, and that's what we have sitting over there. It's no cutting, no drilling, no welding. It's just completely bolt-on to these JK 1-ton swaps if you use their high steer arms. I love aluminum tie rods. You hopefully have seen the video where we did the flex test with the jack. We jacked up the steel one and it would bend. We jacked up the aluminum one, it would bend and then spring right back. So aluminum has a lot of benefits when it comes to a tie rod. So Cassie's Jeep, most of you guys know, is now running my old axle setup, the Pro Rock 44 with the aluminum. So we can use this as an example. So a tie rod is a very low hanging part of your Jeep. If you bash this up against a rock, the aluminum will actually have some give to it. You can kind of see how it bends in. That is awesome. You don't have to worry about bending your tie rod if it's steel. aluminum is gonna bend and then bend right back. Some people say, hey, well, why not just go with some chromoly steel, something extremely hard that's never gonna bend anyways? The issue with that is that you're transferring the energy away from the tie rod and putting a lot of stress on the knuckles and then transferring up to your steering gearbox. So if this is really hard, it's an unbendable metal, whenever you hit a rock, it's just gonna transfer that energy to a weaker spot. So by having an aluminum tie rod, it's gonna soak up any energy by hitting rocks, a freaking tree stump, really anything. Oh man. So if you are looking for a tie rod upgrade, I would highly suggest aluminum. I know a lot of you guys aren't running this 1-ton setup, but either way, it's a great upgrade for any Jeep. So specifically, let's take a look at this new Barnes 4-wheel drive aluminum tie rod. This is 1.75 inches, so it is a lot bigger than that other one over there, the 1.5 inches. And we are running Heim joints. So this is your typical Heim joint. As you can tell, their new setup comes with a very long shank. So we have plenty of adjustability, and of course we picked up a PSC tie rod clamp for our hydro assist steering. It's gonna work perfectly. So that is enough talking. Let's go get this thing bolted in and see how it looks. I'm curious to see if it's gonna hit. Slow, a little slow. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's gonna hit, I think. Yeah, it's fine, straighten them out. All right, that's good. First step is to measure our current tie rod length and get that old one off. Hold it in the middle. All right, 56.5. Dang, I put this on? Jeez. I might have to get that with the impact. All right, let's go check it out. Oh yeah. Can you tell on the camera?
You can see the bend in it.
Come look at it from down.
From top down? Mm-hmm. I'm down here.
All right, just keep it right there.
Okay. Yeah, see there's the under, curved on top.
Yeah.
It goes under.
Yeah, I mean, oh, there we go.
Boom.
It definitely has a nice bend to it. So something that's really important when it comes to aluminum tie rods is make sure you throw a bunch of anti-seize on your Heim joints or tie rod ends. Because there's dissimilar metals here, aluminum and steel. We don't want this to corrode in place. So pass me the anti-seize, if you will.
Anti-seize.
All right. Now while we're getting this set up, do a quick talk. Everybody's been wondering what happened to 7-slot customs. 7-slot customs and Barnes were pretty much the same company. 7-slot company was just, or 7-slot customs was just the Jeep specific parts. I think they decided just to merge it all back into one company.
Sorry, I didn't know if I should record the Heim joint curving, but never mind.
I am threading the Heim joint in. But they merged back just to Barnes 4-wheel drive, so they still have the 10% off discount code JKU, and they still sell all the Jeep specific stuff. It's just all on one website.
All on
now.
the Barnes 4-wheel drive website.
I think that makes more sense.
All in one place, easier to get what you need.
Easier to do all that stuff, run as a company, and then plus everybody kind of knows the names Barnes 4-wheel drive. So, got that one on. And yeah, like I just said, 10% off anything on their website. They are a sponsor of the YouTube channel. So definitely show them some support. They have a bunch of great parts. And this kit's actually brand new. It's coming out. Not even sure if it's available yet. They wanted me to try it out and whatnot. There's no reason it wouldn't work, but I'm pretty excited to run this. So finish this up and get it installed. We got the new tie rod installed. Oh, I almost busted my ass there. All right, so the new tie rod is installed. It looks so much better. Now, one thing I do want to mention to you guys, when you're setting up hydro assist, it's important to make sure that you have equal lengths of the ram, both in and out. So measure it in half, set it there, and then when you're setting up your clamp, keep in mind your tie rod rotation. You want to make sure that it's not going to hit the diff cover when it's all the way back. and then you're not gonna have any interference with the drag link when it's fully forward. So we are good there. We are roughly set to our before toe measurement. What we're gonna do now is hit the road and make sure everything feels nice and tight. But it definitely looks really good up under there.
Yeah, it's nice not seeing a bent tie rod under your
Yeah, this thing has seen better days. But I mean, it did a good job. Sadly, the solid aluminum core inside didn't really help out too much. But then again, I think we damaged it when we were, you weren't there. Right? Trail to SEMA, I think Johnson Valley, ran to rock, like time after time after time.
Like it did Trail to SEMA, drove there and back, and then we went to
Windrock. It's done. I mean, it held up really well. Plus, it's pretty cheap. So let's go hit the road, see how this thing does, and make sure we don't have any weird vibrations or anything. All right, time to make sure we don't have any wobble.
How fast are we going?
We're going 50.
60. 70.
Oh, feels nice. Kidding. Oh, that's the turn I was going to take.
That's the turn. We missed our turn.
That feels good. You can see how the steering wheel's off a little bit. You can't see in that direction. You can see that it's off.
Yeah, it's to the right.
No big deal. I'll turn around up here.
No comment.
No comment? Got a little too sideways. Oh man. Did that back tire lift?
I don't know. I was too busy closing my eyes from the dust.
Oh my gosh.
We'll
no,
have to go back and rewatch it.
Oh.
That was great.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I thought at first I didn't know if you were gonna stop or if you were just gonna like roll over from going up the hill.
Let's just go in there. All right. This is not a drift Jeep. Nope. But steering feels good.
Steering feels good.
Let's go up here a little bit and we'll check the catch can.
Steering feels good.
Steering feels good.
Whoop.
So first we'll take a look at the tie rod. Everything looks good. Doesn't look like anything's moved. Definitely looks a lot better under there. So let's check the catch can. All right. Ooh, it's a little warm. Now I don't think there's going to be too much in here, just because it's been less than 1,000 miles. So let's see. All right, not too much, but you can you even see in there?
You're too tall. I can see the camera.
There we go. It's going to take a minute.
So not too much is in there. That's
not
true.
too much, but
like a couple hundred miles maybe.
Yeah, but there is actually. Here we go. So clean finger.
Yeah, wipe it. There's some oil in there.
There's some. Yeah. So see that little bit of oil? That's only from a few hundred miles. Now, all of this oil, if you don't have a catch can, is going to recirculate into your intake. Now, when we were tearing apart Cassie's V8, that's what kind of got me thinking, man, we should add a catch can, because there was so much carbon deposit, just oil going through the intake, and it was really building up like a crap ton.
Grody.
So it's like, hey, you know, this is a cheap upgrade. You're not going to really notice a performance difference, but it's going to prevent your engine just getting caked in carbon deposits and oil blow-by. So 20 bucks, I'll throw the link in the video description again. I mean, the fact that it's already caught a little bit of oil just in a few hundred miles, that's a no-brainer to me. Now, for the throttle body intake, we went with the Viper intake. It's a 3-inch diameter throttle body. Definitely seems to be a little more peppy. Now, if you really want to get the most performance out of it, you'd have to go with the cold air intake that has a 3-inch diameter. Right now, I'm just using a reducer to put the factory intake on. So we're going from 3.5 inch on the throttle body right down to 2.5 inches. So it's a restriction there. In the future, we'll go with a, I mean, there's really no point because the plan is to V8 swap it. So I don't want to do too many more upgrades on the 3.8 and then just, you know, throw them away later. But it's a good sign that our catch can is catching oil. And oh man, it really makes me want to do it to the Gladiator because that's a newer vehicle. There we go. So we know it's catching oil, we know it does work. I'd highly recommend this setup. It's a very cheap one. You should get some hoses and 20 bucks on Amazon, you're good to go. So let's go back home. I guess that's about it. So we'll do a quick 0 to 60. I'm very curious. I'm gonna have to I don't have a timer with me now, but we can time it when I'm editing it so I can see. All right, ready? We're at 0.
Yep.
It's so slow.
It's been through a lot. Like when I think about it, like so we got it when we were in Alaska, and we drove it from Alaska
all the way through Canada,
all the way down to Virginia, and then
all of the off-roading trips.
All the off-roading trips. Then we drove it from Virginia out to California, all the way back, and then we recently drove it all the way from Virginia down to Texas.
This is old trusty.
I mean,
the 3.8 is not the fastest. It's not the best engine, but
it'll get you where you need to go.
I've had no issues with the engine, at least. I think I changed the spark plugs and coil packs a long time ago, and
yeah, I don't even remember that.
That was it. No, the transmission's a different story. Oh, FedEx coming in hot.
I wonder if he dropped off some Jeep parts.
Dropped off some Jeep parts? I don't know. I don't think we ordered anything. Guess we'll find out.
For yourself, man.
Cass is over here ordering stuff for the engine. Oh yeah, we never really did an update on the engine. So a lot of you guys probably watched Cassie's last video, where we tore apart the 5.3. Everything looked amazing in there.
It did. It looked really good. I was impressed.
You don't have to rebuild it. That's a lot easier of a swap when you don't have to worry about rebuilding the engine. So, you know, you always could if you were really that worried about it, but it looked clean. Looks like it's going to give us another 100,000 miles.
Easy. And then we can just rebuild it if that time comes.
Yeah. So stay tuned for the next videos on that.
Coming soon. Actually, some parts came in yesterday, so we can actually get started on the next video. Yeah. Didn't you do it last time?
I did it last time. Let's do the jack test on this tie rod before we finish up this video. Now,
It's never good.
My bump stopped.
What in the world?
My bump stop done stopped.
Done stopped bumping.
Yeah.
Did you pull?
Oh man.
Did you pull it out, or did you?
Something happened. It's like the threads are
not even
catching. Is the nut still there? The welded nut? Oh no, guys. That's not good. So we're gonna have to fix that. I think I busted the nut.
We were turning wrenches today.
Turning wrenches and busting
nuts. That's my line.
So on this swap truss kit, I welded a nut on the bottom side, and I don't know what happened.
Oh, it probably fell off.
It probably fell off. I don't know. Maybe yeah, that bolt, it was just in and out. So that kind of sucks. So
you know,
add it to the list.
My weld job on my nuts, they haven't fallen off yet.
We'll see.
I'm just kidding.
We'll see. All right. So yeah, that's something new we have to fix. But let's grab the jack.
Sorry.
Good.
Okay.
So yeah, let's grab the jack and show you guys what an aluminum tie rod does. Ready? Look at that.
Dang.
All right, so let's say, okay, we're on a rock. Oh no, normally a steel tie rod would be bent. Look at that.
But there it goes, right back.
That is crazy. So we'll do it again.
That is pretty wild.
Your steel tie rod would be bent right now.
Okay, let me get a front view.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh, your tire's off the ground.
Lifting it off the ground. Ready? Boom. That is
perfectly
awesome.
Straight.
And that's why aluminum tie rods are the bee's knees.
Bee's knees?
Bee's knees?
You make fun of me for saying whoopsies.
That's why aluminum tie rods are the bomb.com.
The bomb.com.
Is that not any better?
That's better.
That's why aluminum tie rods are sick, bro.
Yes.
That's why aluminum tie rods are legit.
Legit.
Awesome. Sweet. The best. Numero uno. Best. Freaking killing, dude.
I'm just gonna let you.
What are some other good sayings? That's why aluminum tie rods are
they're
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Sweet.
They're bendy.
They're bendy.
Flexible.
Yeah, it's like a slinky.
It's like a slinky.
It's like a slinky, bro. No, they're awesome. They're really good. Why would you not want a tie rod?
Why would you not want an aluminum tie rod right after seeing that?
Yeah, it's just sweet, dude. Damn. Wow. And shiny. Look at that. Wow. Jeez. They're just shiny. Thanks for watching. Like always, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next week. Hopefully we'll have the tires on. We will do an official tire review for these Yokohama XMTs. I know a lot of you guys are very curious on them, how they work in the different terrains, and I am gonna do that. So we're just gonna have to spend some time mounting and unmounting bead locks because that does definitely take a while. So, Cassie, you ready to go hit the trails? All right, and that will be on Cassie's channel. See ya. I don't know why I said peace to you.
I was trying to like go to the camera and you ran away from me.
See you guys. All right, so if you stayed in the video for this long, I'll show you what a real 0 to 60 looks like. Oh yeah! Woo! Yeah, 60! Oh man, that's 70.
What's the time on that?
Oh man, I don't even know.
Woo!
Oh man, woo!
I think we've improved our 0 to 60 time. What do you think?
I think so. A few little upgrades, and we probably just ran a 4 second.
It was quick. It was an easy. It was really quick too. Like a
very easy upgrade.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we'll definitely see you later.
Peace.